right. Whoa, and here we go, everybody. We are here again on episode number 32 because on the last one, little things got a little complicated. But today we are going to continue to episode 32 once again. I'd like to welcome back to the show my cousin Lalo. Welcome back, cuz.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. How are you, cousin?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I can't wait to pop these cans here.
Yeah.
Just want to do a quick thing, everybody. Welcome to the Gaming and Wrestling Experience and Mario's Open Talk. Before we get into our topic for today, the best action 80s movies, I just want to give a quick news about wrestling. Wrestling is going back to stadiums once again. So it is amazing that they are going back to the road and returning back to live events. Starts July. So that's amazing. So I know SummerSlam is going to be in Las Vegas. It's going to be 60,000. So that's amazing. I can't wait to go back to go see wrestling. Man, that's great because I mean everything is going back to normal slowly.
Yeah.
What do you think about WWE going back on the road again, live tours, live back in stadiums? What do you think?
It makes sense that they would do the full tours and everything like that, where other people might not. Like if you, for everybody who remembers 9/11. Everything shut down, obviously, for a couple days because of everything that happened. But the WWE was the first event back at the Compaq Center in Houston, Texas on September 13th, 2001. Right. 2 days, whatever, after 9/11. So it makes sense that now that you can go back, this would be the group that would do it. Yeah, you've had UFC doing their stuff, but it wasn't touring. It's been in one place. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I said, it makes sense that it would be the WWE to do it.
Right. Dude, I'm excited. Are you hyped? I mean, how long has it been since you actually been to arena to go see a live event?
Fuck, man. I want to say that just anything at all. Like my family might have went to the movies a couple weeks before everything shut down back in March. Right. But we can actually pinpoint it to March 13th. I was student teaching. We were just about to go on spring break, and they were like, hey, so we'll be back. Don't worry, it'll be good. And then that same night, I got a text from my resident teacher. He's like, yeah, everything's closed. We're not coming back. Don't worry about it. And then we saw that the NBA closed, the NHL closed. My fiance got her news that they were like, you know what, we're not going to have a season, so we're not going to need you. So everything happened on that one night. So I want to say, dude, it's been well over a year since we've done anything other than just go get food, right, and then come back. And then even now, I started announcing again for the 66ers out here in San Bernardino, and we have been having crowds and everything like that. But even then, I still just kind of got my mask on, I go straight to the booth and do announcing, and then I leave real quick. But it's different, to say the least, to see people around and everything like that. So it's good that we're getting back to normal. I just hope that everybody does it safely, and that way we don't fuck it all up.
Right? Yeah. I mean, everybody out there, wear a mask, be safe when the time has come.
Get your fucking shot.
That's right. Get your shot. I'm gonna get mine. Pretty soon.
Last week, everyone, there's no stupid microchips. Me and Mario busted that stupid myth.
Yeah, we broke the myth. There are no magnets or anything inside when you get the shot. I mean, I don't know if you've been up with wrestling, but SmackDown has been wiggling on Monday Night Raw, dude. It's been just kick ass entertainment. I think Raw should have stayed 1 or 2 hours, not 3 hours.
Yeah. When they had pay-per-views for 3 hours, even before they do the 4 or 5 hour now, but even then it was they always had 1 or 2 shit matches that they just were oh, okay, well, these guys, we don't know what to do. We'll throw them on there and see what happens. Now you have the pre-show. That's a half hour, 45. all the stupid interviews. You know what I mean? Like back when we were kids, they only had the 15-minute, half-hour pre-show where they went over the card, they did the hype video, they did the promos in the beginning. But now you got to come up with, 3 hours worth of promos and matches, and everyone's got to fit in. It's like it's like with anything. If you have too much of it, it's not going to be cool anymore. It's not going to be fun anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can drink and have fun, but the minute you get too drunk, you pass out, you throw up, you get sick, you get a hangover. It's the same thing with wrestling, Like you have too much wrestling, you're like, I don't watch this shit. This is boring.
Right. That's true. But yeah, dude, man. I mean, Roman Reigns has been holding it down, the head of the table, the tribal chief. That's my boy right there. But man, I just can't wait to. If they're coming to Vegas, they have to come here in Arizona. They have to come either before or after, and I'm definitely going to SmackDown. Raw just hasn't been. The storylines has been kind of iffy. But I'm curious how everybody, us as fans, how are we going to react to the storylines now once us get back into arena and they're not having the digital version of us screaming and booing. They'll have the real thing in July. So I'm curious if that's going to continue them reactions of real fans once again. If it's going to affect storylines. So I don't know. I'm really hyped up for it. So I know Roman Reigns is not, he's pretty much doing what he's doing as a heel. But on Monday Night Raw, the almighty Bobby Lashley, it's kind of weird. They gotta work on their story or creative. But that's pretty much what I want to shoot out. That WWE's going back on the road, and SummerSlam will be in Las Vegas. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Can't wait for them to come around before or after. So everybody, today we're gonna go ahead and pop this can real quick. Me and my cousin Lalo, let's go ahead and pop this baby. I had to get 4 lokes. Gotta go crazy. Here, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh damn, 14%. Woo. Oh damn. So everybody, this is the best action movies. It's gonna be sci-fi, army, Face of Fury, sequels, and creature features. So how this is working is that I'm gonna go down the list here 2 by 2, and whoever me and Kalalo think that's worthy to go to the next tier will go ahead on the last man standing. On the last movie standing. So let's get into it. The first one, we're gonna go to the Terminator against Heavy Metal. I'll get your take on this, cousin. What is your poison on this here?
For this, it's hands down the Terminator. The Terminator is one of the best fucking movies ever. It's not one that stands the test of time when you look at like the effects and everything like that. Like it looks cheesy still, but it's a time traveling robot that goes back to kill a woman so that way she doesn't have a kid. And then a dude goes back in time so that way he can protect her. And then they end up like fucking and having the kid. And then it's like all the action, like, all the fucking lines and everything. I'll be back. Like that movie made Schwarzenegger who he was. And like, it's just one of those badass action movies that is way better than so many others. Even now, like they try to make a bunch of sequels now and they all suck because you can't do better than the first one. Although Terminator 2 was better.
Pretty good.
That was better in my opinion. It was probably one of my favorite movies up there. But the Terminator, I think, is better of these two. What about you, cousin?
Me, I have to agree with you. Hands down, the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not gonna just because he's one of my top favorite actors. But Terminator is hands down. I really don't know shit about heavy metal. To be honest, I don't even remember it. I'll be honest with everybody. But Terminator is just hands down just the gritty of Terminator, of his breakout and a Predator and all those movies. But yeah, hands down, Terminator.
Yeah.
So Terminator will make it to the bracket here. Cross that out. And so, all right. So to the next one is going to be Blade Runner and Masters of the Universe. Go ahead. Would you take your case on this?
All right, for this one, Blade Runner has that dope sci-fi feel to it. They just made a sequel to it. It's got some great actors in it. It has some really quotable lines in it. Like, everybody remembers Blade Runner, and it's a great movie. Harrison Ford, one of the stars in it. So I mean, he's right around that time where he's Han Solo, right before he becomes Indiana Jones. So it's got a lot of that really cool stuff that goes along with the movie. And then the fact that they made a sequel to it just last year, you know what I mean, or a year ago, like, that's how much people like that movie. And what was the other one again?
Masters of the Universe.
That was just like one of those cheesy ass old 80s movies. Like, I remember seeing that at the movie theater across the street from Target on Orange Show Road in Purdue. That it's an electronics store, but I saw it there in theaters, and that was like one of those old school like 4-screen movie theaters, you know.
Remember that?
Yeah, and man, it is dog shit. But when you look at it now, but it is still like one of those dog shit movies that you want to sit there and you want to like, wow, this is fucking horrible, but I can't stop watching it.
Right.
Courtney Cox actually in that movie too, that most people don't remember that she was actually in the movie. But man, you know what? I would have to go with Blade Runner if I had to pick the two, and that's barely picking Blade Runner.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Masters of the Universe, it's just one of the childhood movies that we seen, you know, besides Howard the Duck and shit. But at least in Howard the Duck, it didn't have sorry CGI. It was all straight original. Unless
my fiance was just right here. She's like, "Are you guys talking about the Dolph Lundgren one?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, yeah. I'm not like, yeah, I like it. Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, it holds to the side of my heart, but I have to go with Blade Runner. I mean, I gotta go with Blade Runner as well.
They are remaking a new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon, though.
Yes,
Netflix. Kevin Smith is directing it.
That's right. I can't wait to see that shit myself. Yeah,
I'm looking. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures of it, and of course, obviously, we like the old He-Man. Like, nothing beats the old He-Man. Like, my fiance actually has the She-Ra box set DVDs, animation cell from She-Ra. Like, she has a big ass coffee table book. Like, she loves She-Ra. She has a She-Ra tattoo on her shoulder. So, like, she knows
gangster shit right there.
Yeah, exactly. She a pimpin', son.
But she knows straight up pimpin',
right? And so, like, it's hard to beat that old one, but then it's like, you know, the new He-Man looks at least somewhat like the older one, but the new She-Ra that came out looked fucking horrible.
Fucking very horrible.
Yeah, I didn't even bother looking. Like, we saw pictures and we're like, nope, not gonna.
No. They fucked that up. But Kevin Smith, I seen I seen on Twitter on the while, since I follow him as well. Because I listened to his podcast as well. And so when he was talking about it, I'm like, oh, dude, looks sick. I can't wait to see the pictures. And then when he showed the pictures, I'm like, you know what? This is almost the same, almost identical. They're just, it's better graphics, better, just better a scenery of what it was when we grew up. But still, He-Man still is the shit.
Yeah, and if he would be the one to do something like it, because he's a nerd too. Like, he's a comic book nerd, you know. It's like he knows all that shit. So he would be like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it right."
100% agree. Okay, it'll go back. It'll go to the tier. Okay, so for the next one, cause it would be Robocop and the Running Man.
Fuck.
Uh,
What do you go first this time, cousin? What do you think?
oh shit. Oh, god damn it. They're both god damn it. Arnold and god damn it Robocop. Oh man. Forgot the actor's name. What was his name, cousin? What, Peter?
Peter Weller.
There you go, Peter Weller. Yes, man. Ah, shit. Oh man. I don't shit. Everybody, man, I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna go with RoboCop. It's gonna hurt me a little bit, but I have to go with RoboCop. It's just one of those movies where, who would have thought back in the 80s, they will make a movie, to pick a special cop to become a machine to save, to protect and save, and serve as a cop. And you know, it had comedy and everything and a little bit, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go RoboCop. Have to. It's gonna hurt me a little bit with with running, with the Running Man with Arnold, but at least I picked the Terminator on the last one. Go ahead, cousin. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with you, cousin. Like, Running Man, it was actually based on a book that Stephen King wrote. A lot of people don't know that it was actually a book first that Stephen King wrote.
That's right. That's right.
And if you ever played the video game Crash TV, it was one of those ones where you just had the joystick and you turned it and you automatically shoot everywhere wherever you're aiming. That video game was based in part on the Running Man book. And the idea that, you're fighting for your life in a game show and it's entertaining to everybody, that's cool. Like, I think a movie like that would be better now because of all the reality TV shit that we have and all that stuff.
Right.
I think it was just one of those movies that's ahead of its time. But
yeah,
RoboCop,
that's true.
Like, there's just so much dumb shit in that movie that makes it badass. Like, when that dude gets all the toxic waste spilled on him and he's melting and gets hit by a car. Yeah. Or where they have the rocket launchers, like, oh, I like it. Like,
Oh, yeah. You know what, dude? I like that black dude in there, man. And just his laugh, like, like, man, like he fucking cracked me up, dude. What what an awesome, funny actor. He was. Yeah, you're right. Man, it had everything, in an action movie. Yeah, you're right with with Running Man. It was ahead of its time, and it was about a hit TV series about the Running Man. Everybody, everybody voted or whatever. It was kind of trippy how they voted back then.
Yeah.
As fans as well. Which is crazy, but yeah, hands down, I would have to pick RoboCop, man. That's pretty much what it is.
What a little interesting fact about the RoboCop sequel, RoboCop 2, it was directed by Irvin Kershner, who directed The Empire Strikes Back, and it was written by Frank Miller, who wrote the Dark Knight comic book series later on. So the Dark Knight comic that we all know, and when you think about Batman, he helped write that. He also helped write Sin City. So it's kind of cool that sequel, that stupid little sequel, which isn't stupid, it's great. Probably, right up there with the first one. But it's weird to look at who made what movies and where they came from. But yeah, that just a little fun fact that
that's awesome.
That's
awesome. I didn't even know that. So great fun fact. So the next one, this is gonna be, I think, little kind of 50-50 here, but who knows? We'll see. The next one is gonna be Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars versus the Abyss. Go ahead and give your take on this one.
Oh, fuck you, man. Empire Strikes Back. All the way. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie that's ever been made, hands down, no question about it. Luke loses his hand, you find out Vader's his dad. Han gets frozen in the carbonite. We see Boba Fett for the first time. Darth Vader's a pimp. You go to Dagobah and you see Yoda. That is the best Star Wars. Lando motherfucking Calrissian, bruh. No question. No question.
100% agree. Man, come on. I mean, everybody, spoilers, if you've been living on a fucking rock, everybody, spoilers, whatever, but if you guys don't know about this, I 100% agree. Empire Strikes Back, it had everything. It's amazing. You found out everything in the middle of that movie.
Yep. To this day, it's still the best Star Wars movie that's ever been made. There's not the lightsaber scene's not that good because it was the 80s, but that movie is the best Star Wars movie of all time. Period.
That is 100% agree. Very, very agree. All right, so the next one is gonna be Batman versus Cyborg, where Jean-Claude Van Damme and Batman as Michael Keaton. I'll let you go and take this one again.
Man. So I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's one of those actors that...
He was in his prime back then as well.
Yeah, exactly. He was in his prime. Not now, but he was in his prime then.
Oh, yeah.
Up London was just about done. The idea behind it is really cool. These soldiers that get basically cryogenically frozen and get some kind of like injection to keep them alive. And they're all like special forces. And then one of them starts remembering shit. If any of you have ever seen Sons of Anarchy, the blonde girl, Ali Walker, plays Agent Stahl in Sons of Anarchy later on. You got to watch that show if you've never seen it, but
watch it.
Yeah, great show. Fucking one of my favorite shows. I've seen it all the way through like at least 10 times just because it's so dope. And then Batman. Like, I remember when that came out, that shit was everywhere. There was the Batman cereals. There was the Batman toys, the Batman lunchbox. Back in our day, the metal-ass lunchboxes.
That's right.
I don't even like DC movies because they just don't appeal to me. But that Batman with Jack...
They fuck with the stories. That's what they do.
Yeah, but that Batman with Jack Nicholson, where he was just crazy enough, but still hilarious because it's Jack Nicholson. Probably still doing all kinds of coke back then because it was still the 80s.
Probably still doing it.
But, yeah. Man.
Much love, though. Much love.
Yeah. I would honestly probably have to say Batman just because everybody like saw Michael Keaton and was like, he's a comedy actor. He was in Beetlejuice. He was in Mr. Mom. He was in some dumb shit like that. But then he was Batman. And it was like, man, like that. He played Batman really, really good. Yes, and then he played off of Jack Nicholson really, really good. So I think that and then Prince was in the fucking soundtrack with Bat Dance.
Right.
Prince. Like that's it. I think that's it right there. Because fucking Prince is in it. And he made the Bat Dance on. That's gonna be it. I gotta go with Batman.
Yeah.
I hate Batman, but I like Michael Keaton's Batman. Like for me, it goes Michael Keaton's Batman, and then everybody else because fuck Batman. But still, like,
thank you so much, man. I 100% fucking agree with you, cousin. Man. I agree. Batman hands down. Man. It's just that. And if anybody doesn't know, Michael Keaton has confirmed he's gonna come back in the Flash movie as original Batman. Holy fucking shit! Great balls of fire, Batman.
See, I would actually watch that just for that because I would want to see like
me
Michael
too
back as Batman again.
Me too. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. See Michael Keaton back in the original suit. Mm-hmm. Or maybe, of course, maybe little tweaks, maybe little upgrades here and there, maybe. To see the old car. Yeah, dude, that is fucking amazing. I can't wait to see that. It's just that he was really safe. It wasn't too sure about this COVID situation. Mm-hmm. Because he lives out there in the nice outskirts.
Yep.
So he just wasn't too sure because he's pretty much up there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he looks really good though still. So he played a really good villain too in Spider-Man as well.
He was great.
He was. And so man, I can't wait to see that. Jack Nicholson as Joker. I think to me, as being old school, I just love Jack Nicholson. I think he's one of my favorite Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know everybody who likes the Christian Bale Batman, that Joker who plays him. Everybody likes him a lot. I forgot his name, his actor. The
Christian Bale
name. The Joker.
Which one?
The one who plays the Joker.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Oh, yeah, well, Keith Ledger, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody likes him a lot, which I do respect that.
Yeah.
But I just like Jack Nicholson. It just, he opened the doors for the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the TV series, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go ahead and move on here. So this is gonna be kind of our childhoods right here, going right here. So here we go. License to Kill and The Goonies.
Oh,
Shit. It was really hard making these themes because we have to make it hard. We got to make it hard to have the argument and to really think about this. Go ahead, cuz. Go ahead.
man, I'm gonna have to go with. Man, I'm gonna have to go with the Goonies on this one, just because. Like, I'll still watch that shit to this day. Like,
Oh, dude, I
funny.
bought that shit on Blu-ray and 4K, bro.
Yeah,
Shit.
like, it's funny because my fiance, she's always like, "That's a good movie," but Mikey's such a whiny little bitch,
Right.
and he is. I mean, when you look at it, and you're like, "Oh man, Mikey, shut up!" Like, yeah, I want Brand to whoop his ass. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
The Goonies never see die, but like, if you think about it, like that was like what every kid wanted. Every kid wanted to have an adventure. Every kid wanted to like go and like just have fun. Like I remember when we were little and fucking little hood rats, little monsters running about the street, just riding our bikes all over everywhere where we weren't supposed to be riding and
Right.
going every little place, like having our own little adventures. And I think that's what, what I like the most about that movie is just the idea that, you can, look at that and like, wow, if I was a kid with my best friends, like imagine if me and you and Leonard and Val had like gone into the sewers, which we probably could have because we're all little fucking monster heathens.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't fucking do that. Fucking be like the turtle,
exactly.
like fucking be the turtles and shit.
Right? Like we always complain Ninja Turtles. Okay, our parents have been like, yeah, go fuck off, go play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like go watch the train tracks,
yeah.
like stand by me. Like the fucking told us to do.
Yeah.
I just think that's what makes it so much more fun. Is that idea that you and your best friends and your cousins or whoever can go do that shit. And then License to Kill, that's a good, decent Bond movie, but Timothy Dalton was not the best Bond ever. Like that's obviously Sean Connery.
Right.
But still a decent Bond movie. It's still when you look at that at the time and you're like, man, I was like probably like 8, 7, 8. We both were 7 or 8 when that came out. Yeah. It was a decent James Bond movie. But right. I think I wouldn't, if you put those two up next to each other, I would watch The Goonies all day over that License to Kill movie.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. The Goonies, just one of our childhood movies, man. I think if we were in that situation, I think we would be in that situation as well. Mm. Just maybe just a little more greedier, and a little more crazy. Would probably fucking bite the robbers and shit that fucking try to
the Fratellis.
Yeah, the Fratellis. Yeah, we'll fuck them up. I'll throw a fucking rock in their head like I did Tony when I was little.
My God, dude, we gotta stop that shit. Every time I tell that story, and I fucking cousin, I swear to God, I tell that story at least twice a year, and I can still see.
Now remember, everybody, I was right behind the gate, and we had a fucking, excuse my language, but everybody, we have a good amount of views right now. We're just going back to our childhood where, just where my aunt, her ex-boyfriend was bald in the middle, and we had in front of my house. I was right behind the gate, and he was pretty much middle of the driveway. Man, and I just got the rock and I just flew it and I hit right in the middle of his damn head. And he was like, "Oh, god damn it! Oh shit! God damn it, Mario!" Man,
every fucking time I think about.
Oh god, dude!
I just see that bald motherfucker.
He was so pissed off at me, dude.
And it was fucking because we weren't allowed to go in the garage ever.
No.
And fucking, we were banging on the door because we're assholes, just banging on the fucking door. And then, like, God, we just hear, "Stop banging on the fucking door! Fuck you!" We're assholes. Mario's like, fuck you guys." So we start kicking on the fucking garage door, the actual up and down one.
God, I had.
And then we hear the door open because they had it locked on the inside with a bunch of latches and shit. And we had to we start running away. And then they're like, "Yeah, you better stay fucking gone." So then Mario starts picking up these dirt rocks because Auntie Love's house had a bunch of them in the driveway. And we just kept throwing them at the door. Like, fuck you then. Fuck you, tell us we can't go in there.
Right.
You know? And so we can hear them, like, stop throwing that shit. Fuck you, because, little bastards. And so he comes out, and as soon as he comes around the corner, like, there's the fence, right? Like, there's the fence. He comes around the corner just like that. Mario's fucking arm is all the way back here already. And then as soon as Tony says stop, Mario lets the fucking rock go. And that motherfucker, you see it slow. It looks like a fucking asteroid in Armageddon just flying through the fucking air. It's just going. And
that was a lucky shot. That was a lucky shot.
I watched it and I'm like, God damn, is he gonna hit it? And then all of a sudden it just goes
right in the middle of his shiny ball ass head.
And this motherfucker, he only had like 4 hairs, and the rest of it looked like a fucking clown wig. Like, some bitch only had hair on the side.
Like he was fucking Homer. He was Homer, basically, everybody.
Yeah,
just with exactly. The hair.
He's like, God damn it, Mario. And then we shit ourselves, and we ran across the street to Mickey's house and hid in her fucking pigeons. And we hid in the pigeons and whatnot in the pigeon coop. God. Like, we were going to, like, he couldn't see through the fucking chicken wire, but that was the only place we could think of to run. So we run across the street to Mickey's house and hide in the fucking backyard. And then I remember we ended up going back over there. And fucking my mom is sitting there and with fucking Tony on the fucking couch and has ice on his fucking head. Like, you guys can't be doing that shit. You really could have hurt him. And then Mario's like, fuck him. We're just trying to play. And then Tony couldn't get up because he had a fucking concussion. But he had like a fucking cartoon knot. It looked like a goddamn, like a fucking
like it just went
just like that, like a big old fucking pop.
Yeah, fucking Looney Tunes.
I tell that fucking story at least twice a year, and every fucking time I tell that story, I get this look from Kelly, and she just starts laughing because she's like, "You guys were dicks." I'm like, we were, like, we really were, like, but fuck him, man, that fucking asshole.
Oh man,
oh, get on here, fuck you.
Man, shit. It was fuck, man, that was awesome, man.
Oh man,
we had such a great childhood. Terrible. No, I mean, fuck. I mean, we did it.
Like
we had terrible childhoods, but it was fun as fuck though. Man. Shit.
Fuck me, cousin. Oh my god, dude, you gotta warn me before you tell that fucking story.
Oh, sorry, man. I don't know. It just popped up. I just popped up when I was saying that.
But for real, fuck, that was. Man, that was like the best throw. 1 in a million throw. Like, that was like, you couldn't have gotten that more perfect. And it right in the middle. Like, if you see a little button on my hat, like, that's where it would have hit his fucking bald ass.
You're right there, straight in the eye, right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, man. You're right, man. That was a good drink.
That was funny.
Shit. Had to go back for a second, everybody. Sorry about that. Just back in our childhood. In our innocence. Yeah, right. Let's get back into the movie era here.
Oh yeah, we're talking about movies. Fuck, man.
No shit. Next, Conan the Barbarian against Inner Space.
Excuse me.
You want me to go and take this one this time?
You take this one, cousin.
You know what? I just love the Conan series. Just such a great story. Arnold barely starting breaking into show business. Excuse me. Yeah, I would have to go hands down with the story, and it was an awesome movie with Conan the Barbarian. I have to go with Conan the Barbarian.
I think we're going to disagree for the first time.
Holy shit! Here we go.
I like Inner Space. Nothing wrong with Conan. There's nothing wrong with Conan at all. That movie is amazing. Like, it's one of those dog shit action movies. But Inner Space, though, I love Martin Short, and Martin Short's hilarious to me. So, I mean, that alone, and then Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan. There's not a lot of action in it per se. So if we're going by action, then Conan wins. But to me, just the funny shit, like when Martin Short's getting his face changed and he's like, all that shit.
Right.
And then like when Dennis Quaid realizes he's inside of a person and they have it's a miniature little like a little tiny thing inside of them, and like I don't know, man. And then me and Kelly we just bought that movie like I don't know, man, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago because obviously in the middle of the pandemic, like we're running out of shit to watch.
Oh shit!
But man, I don't. If we're gonna go with action, I'll agree with you. Conan does have a lot more action, so I'll give you that. But if you're asking me which one of the two movies I like better, I like Inner Space better. But because there's more action, I'll go with Conan with you, cousin.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Right. All right, go.
Yeah, we'll have that.
Okay, we'll go halves on that. Okay, so the next one, shit. This is gonna be fucking kind of tired. It's gonna be kind of a thinker here. Kickboxer with Van Damme and Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom.
Oh man,
I'll let you take this one.
All right. If it was Bloodsport, this would be easier because Bloodsport would win because Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom it's not as bad as the new Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because that movie fucking sucked. It is
that movie fucking terrible.
Thank you. That is the worst Indiana Jones movie ever.
Because I'll be straight up with you. I can't believe he's making another one right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the works. Like we know it's not going to be him jumping and shit and whipping and shit.
Mm-hmm. He's old now.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, money, whatever, but everybody, and don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably fucking see it, just to see where the story's gonna go, because the Crystal was like a random fucking thing. Like they kind of combined the stories, with them still living together, him having a kid at Shia LaBeouf. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the new one. They're coming out. You know what? Speaking of that, they're coming out with a game as well. With Indiana Jones for the. They barely showed like a 4-second clip, but it said George Lucas Films on it.
Okay.
Excuse me. It shows Lucasfilm, so that's all it shows. It shows like a map. It shows a map, and then it shows camera, and then it shows Indiana Jones and a big old thing that says Lucasfilm. So I don't know where that's gonna go. I'm interested in it. The graphics look pretty much amazing of the trailer, but it's just a damn trailer. I don't fucking doesn't really show shit. But so besides that,
we were talking about a couple weeks back, like don't show me the trailer. Fucking don't tease me with that. Like show me what I'm gonna play.
Right. But yeah, if we have a little more time, we'll talk about what are we looking forward to in E3, what games we want to see. If we have time, what is your poison on that one?
Yeah. What was the other option other than Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones and Kickboxer.
I'm gonna go with Kickboxer just because that was Van Damme in his prime. That was like just crazy ass fighting. Like he kept doing that big old long kick, with his legs all up. Like that was just iconic. That whole thing. That Indiana Jones wasn't. It wasn't that great. You know what I mean? Like it was okay, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Kickboxer on that one. I really am.
Okay. I will meet you halfway and agree. 100% agree with you on that one. Now this is gonna be kind of tricky one here. This is gonna be Top Gun and Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks. I have to make it difficult with Tom Cruise, amazing actor, does his own stunts, still crazy bastard. And Tom Hanks and Matt Damon. Shit. You want me to take this one, or you want to take it?
You know what? I'm gonna say Top Gun. That one was for sure in the 80s because that to me that was like our time. B, I literally just watched Top Gun like 2 days ago. I just watched Saving Private Ryan like a few weeks back, but because it was the 80s, I have to go with Top Gun. And for 2, fucking Top Gun, man. It's just so funny. Like
It's so amazing.
I literally, like I said, me and Kelly literally watched it like 2 nights ago. We actually have a Top Gun night coming up at the ballpark where we're gonna do like a bunch of Top Gun shit.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
and then we were just watching it, and that one scene where they're in like their hangar, they're getting ready to go out on their mission, and the girl's like, MiGs can't do this, and they're talking to each other, and she's like, excuse me, and he's like, yeah, the data's inaccurate, and they're the finger scene, like that whole fucking thing is far and away some of the funniest shit ever. Like if you watch the little tiny subtle acting that Anthony Edwards does, he like gets so butthurt and pissed off about like not being included in that comment. He's like, we. And then afterwards, when Tom Cruise is like, we, he's like, he's so fucking proud of himself like that.
Yeah.
And cousin, I'll show you this.
Oh, look at that shit. Look at that.
Man, son.
Is that Goose right there? Look at Goose.
Motherfucking Goose, dude.
That's
this is the best,
fucking amazing.
Best side character who ever dies in any movie. Like, Maverick should have died because Goose is the fucking man.
Dude, it's sad there. It's crazy how they can make a sequel of Top Gun without Goose, man. Like, why have to make that fool die, dog?
Right. This is actually Kelly's shirt, by the way. That's how cool Kelly is.
Awesome. Professional wingman. Yep. Right. Look, and look, everybody. Wait. Let me see the shirt once again. Look, everybody. If you see right there when his thumbs up, I'm right there waving my hand. Check that shit out.
Yeah, man.
Right there. You can't really see me there, but I'm right there in that black area. But yeah, awesome fucking shirt.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's awesome. She actually got that for work because we have that Top Gun night, so she can wear like whatever the theme night is. But Top Gun, man, honestly, like some of the best.
Fucking awesome.
One other thing that always makes me laugh about this movie is just the dumb shit Val Kilmer does. Like, what kind of crack was he on?
Dude,
like,
he was fucking dick. He's a fucking dick. Fuck. I mean, I know he's sick right now, and he's, I think he didn't want to be in the newest one because of rehab or whatever. I hope he gets better or whatever. But man, I wouldn't be in if I wasn't in my top shape either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Top Gun. Like like I said, we just watched it 2 nights ago, and that shit is fucking hilarious.
It's fucking
godlike. Some of the stuff is horrible. Like that volleyball scene is the dumbest thing ever.
God.
And like the that scene with "Take My Breath Away," it's so awkward, man. But all the way around, I got to pick Top Gun on that one.
That blonde is so fucking hot, though. I gotta say, God damn. Mercy on my soul. She was beautiful. She ain't beautiful no more. But it's fucked up. But yeah, she was beautiful back in the 80s. She was hot. So okay, I will 100% agree with you on this one with Top Gun. So this one will be Rambo 4, and Red Dawn.
Rambo 4. Red Dawn. Again, that one was an 80s movie, and then like
same here.
It had everything. It had, Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey before they were in Dirty Dancing, Leah Thompson, who was like the it girl for a little bit, and then Charlie Sheen was in it, C. Thomas Howell, like anybody and everybody that you could think of was in the Powers Booth was the old man flight colonel in that movie. Like it was just a kick-ass movie. And it was it's funny, I actually showed some of that in one of my classes because
really?
Yeah, I was trying to show when I was student teaching recently, I was showing my students, I was like, look, this is some of the stuff that people were worried about in the 80s. We're talking about, communism stuff. Right. And I remember like learning how to shoot and learning how to hunt and learning how to fish, because Uncle Frank taught us all that shit. Like he made sure he knew how to do all of that,
That's right.
And my godfather too, fucking made sure we knew how to shoot and knew how to hunt and fish and camp and everything like that. And it makes Kelly laugh because she's like, how does your fat ass know how to do all that shit? Like, you don't like to do none of that. I'm like, doesn't matter. I know. But
yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay. All right. Same here. I 100% agree with you on this one. Now let's see here. Now, just here notes here. Okay, so the next one will be Platoon versus Good Morning Vietnam. Robert Williams, God rest his soul, funniest fucking actors in the world. In my book, played an awesome fucking genie in Aladdin. And then just hilarious, just in every movie he did in stand up. God rest his soul. Yeah. I'll get your take on this one.
I think just if we're going by action alone again, Platoon, like
Okay.
Robin Williams, he doesn't do anything wrong. But if we're going just by action, Platoon is probably one of the best war movies I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Agree, 100% agree.
It's honestly, yeah, probably the best war movie I've ever seen. Full Metal Jacket's up there too, because that's a great war movie. But yeah, if we're going just straight action movies, I'm going to go with Platoon.
Excuse me on that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? 100% agree on you. Agree with you on that one. So on the next one, we'll go to Glory and Full Metal Jacket.
You pick. I got to think.
Go ahead, take your time, man. It was trust me, it was fucking mind boggling. Just me thinking about this shit, and plus, I gotta put your categories in good categories as well. And just to let everybody know, I did put in a computer and I did scramble this shit. Just to let you know, because it was kind of cool how that shit does how it works now. Yeah, it's hard, dude. It's a thinker.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with Full Metal Jacket. I think they both have some really great action scenes. They both have some really great acting. Right. The Glory is obviously based on a true story. For the 54th Massachusetts Regiment, which was one of the first all-black Civil War units to enter into combat during the time. Right. And that was actually right around, if not just before, the Emancipation Proclamation came out, which, historically speaking, only helped people, in the South, but neither here nor there right now. Or didn't do anything for people in the South, but whatever. But I think if you look at the action scenes in Full Metal Jacket and you add in just some of the other little intangibles like Private Pyle, Vincent D'Onofrio's acting, Ari Lee Emery, who was fucking amazing in that. Right. I think that all together is just probably the better movie, and I think that's the winner right there.
I do agree, 100% agree with you on that one. 100% agree. Full Metal Jacket was just insane. Just the beginning of just the sergeant, man, just on everybody's ass. I can't imagine back then just getting told like you're a piece of shit or you're a fucking maggot or a fucking garden hoser. Fucking funny man. That actor who played the who was he the damn cousin, what was his name, that who the trainer, what was his name?
Arlie Emery.
Yes, because he was a real like a real trainer, wasn't he?
He was a real drill sergeant in the Marines before that, and he was actually supposed to be brought in to be a technical advisor, and so that's just someone who gives them like, okay, this is how it's really done, so make sure you do it. And they were like, well, can you fill in this one scene while we get everything ready? And he fucking killed it. And they're like, why are we hiring someone else? You do it. All his insults were all ad-libbed.
Yes, that was. Yes,
he made all that shit up on his own. So
I mean, I don't know how the fuck you can remember all that shit. I mean, you can't even tell if he remembered it. Like it came normal to him. Mm-hmm. Since like you said, he was real. I mean, he was fucking legit. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine trying to just read that shit from script. Mm-hmm. He was so on par with all the lines and just didn't even seem that it didn't seem that he was just remembering off the damn script. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's just amazing movie, crazy movie. Okay, we'll go ahead and go next to. Okay, so we go with Red Heat versus Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy.
Oh man. Um, Eddie Murphy is so goddamn funny in that movie. Red Heat's more of a slow burn, I think, and then
he is making another Beverly Hills Cop. Supposedly,
are they really? Huh.
Supposedly, since he made Coming to America Part 2.
Oh yeah,
which was a good movie as well. It was funny.
We stopped that. Kelly and I are going to watch the first one over before we start the second one.
Yes, you should do that because it was. Don't get me wrong, it was 100% Eddie Murphy. I got nothing bad to say about Eddie Murphy. Is still the king of being who he was back then, back in the 80s of Coming to America. It's different, of course, now, and just I liked how I was reading an article with Eddie Murphy. Like, he didn't just make this sequel because everybody's doing sequels all of a sudden. Like, everybody's doing freaking prequels and shit after 32 fucking years. It's like Goonies making shit after 40 years and shit. Thank God they haven't done that. But just that Eddie Murphy just loved story and Arsenio Hall. Like, they both, of course, they are best friends. They're just, everything is. I'm glad that Eddie Murphy, the oldest, the respect of actors like that, don't just do anything for money. Just like with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and just the Bad Boy sequels, like they don't do it for money. They do it so they won't mess up the nostalgia of the Bad Boy sequels. Like, they do it the right way. They make sure that it makes sense for the movies that they have built from the first Bad Boys and to now. But like I said, I gotta say, it's Coming to America is really good, and it's funny as well. It's really cool. And if you haven't, are you going to see that before you like after the first one?
Yeah, we're gonna watch the first one, then watch the next one.
I gotta say, cousin, all I gotta say is 2 thumbs up, and it's hilarious. It's Eddie, man. Eddie, he doesn't let you down. That's all I gotta say. He will not let you down. Shit, we just went out for a second. What was your pick again?
Beverly Hills
Cop. Okay. I have to agree with you. Beverly Hills Cop as well, where he was kind of a slow thing. 100% agree. I mean, Eddie Murphy, man, I can't wait till he goes back to stand up. I know he's gonna go stand up back to pretty soon once the world goes back to normal and back to stadiums, and I can't wait to see that happen. I can't wait. He's fucking hilarious. He just never lost a beat in stand up. Let's see. So the next one will be Police Story versus 48 Hours. Excuse me. Let me take this one. Oh, you want to take it?
Yeah, you go with that one.
I gotta go with 48 Hours. I know. I'm not gonna say this because I'm just a fat Eddie Murphy. With just a good story. Just a cop and a criminal working together. Funny, hilarious. God, it just Eddie Murphy just does it again. He's just one of those actors that are just hilarious and makes it action packed as well. I would have to go with 48 Hours. Hands down.
Yeah, I think so too. Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy play off each other really, really good. It was like one of those first buddy cop movies when you if you look at Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon is one of those that's like, if you could not have made that movie without like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, because Murtaugh and Riggs make that movie. Right. Yeah, Jackie Chan is great in everything he does, and the action is great and all that, but like the story in some of those older movies doesn't make a lot of sense, and it doesn't really make you want to watch the movie. If you're just watching it and like, oh, cool, look at that, he jumped off a fucking building. But there's a little bit of all of that. There's humor, there's actual like sentiment, there's action. I think 48 Hours would be the better one there.
Yeah, 100% agree. 100% agree. That'll go next to the next tier. So the next one, speaking of Bad Boys 1 versus Heat. Of course, with Bad Boys with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and Heat with, of course, we have Al Pacino, we have we have Val Kilmer, we have Robert De Niro. Man, I know what, it's kind of hard here. I'm gonna think of this just for a second. If you want to take a second, or you want to go ahead
I'm ready with this one. I'm gonna go with Bad Boys.
Oh
Bad
shit! Oh
Boys,
right! Oh shit! No shit!
Bad Boys is great for me.
I'm surprised, cousin. I'm very surprised.
I love Pacino. I love De Niro. I love Kilmer, and Heat was a really good movie. But when Heat came out, I remember that this was also around the time of the Hollywood shootout, the Hollywood bank shootout. So that whole ending scene is just reminiscent of that. It's all just that, which is great. It's a great scene, but it's like that's the only scene in the movie that really makes you like, oh wow, this is an action movie. Plus, it's long shit. It's almost 3 hours long.
No
you
shit.
Know what I mean?
The first one.
Yeah. Heat.
Holy shit! I have that shit too.
Heat is almost 3 hours long. But
Heat. Yeah. I was thinking of Bad Boys.
Oh no, Bad Boys only like an hour and a half. But it's It's hilarious. There's great action scenes. It was Jerry Bruckheimer made it, so he did like Armageddon. He did Bad Boys 2. He's done a lot of Transformers. So he does action movies. You know what I mean? I think that Bad Boys wins that one.
Okay. You know what? I have to agree 100% on that. 100% down with Bad Boys as well. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Bad Boys. You can't beat Will Smith and Martin Lawrence as they're just funny and hilarious, and they just work together. Oh shit! I didn't really do this one. All right, give me a second. Shit. This is. I know I was missing something here. Holy crap. Everybody, okay. Holy crap. Let's see. Okay, action. Okay, this is. I totally forgot everybody. Thank you for everybody that's been watching. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry, but I have Lethal Weapon as up next, but supposedly I didn't write the next one. Do you feel something, cousin, to fill that void?
Nah, man, nothing's gonna beat Lethal Weapon. Nothing like on that early bit could beat it, right? So just go with that.
Okay, we'll go ahead and just go with that. We'll be fucking savages here.
Just move it up.
We'll go ahead and move it up. Okay, we're going to Lethal Weapon, everybody. Okay, so here we go. Next column. Aliens versus Toxic Avenger. Fucking greasy ass fucking movie, Toxic Avenger.
Aliens, man. That movie just was great. You had Ridley with that loader trying to protect the newts. It was a sequel to the original Alien, which came out in '79, I believe. Alien 3 was dog shit, and then Resurrection was horrible. And then but Sigourney Weaver was at her best in that movie, and it was just a kick-ass movie. And then you have that game over, man. It's over.
Yeah,
accident in there. That's just a good line. So I'm gonna go with Aliens then. Hands down with that.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one, hands down. Now just gonna be a little twister here, everybody. Thank you so much for watching us, man. We both appreciate it. Thank you for watching us. Like I said, this is the best action 80s movies right now. Going down the columns here, we're almost there. Everybody. If we have to make part 2, fuck it, we'll do it. But how long do you have, cousin?
I got a little bit longer.
Okay. Do you have more than an hour? I mean, like, do you have an hour or you have less than an hour here?
Probably less than an hour.
Okay. If we can't break this down, we have to make it a part 2.
That's fine.
Because we're barely in the second columns here. This is pretty much a bracket that it was pretty much a good, awesome podcast here with the best action movies. We'll try to get this going here. So, okay. So this is gonna pretty much flip the script here. Big Trouble in Little China, and The Lost Boys. So had a really kind of trippy when I print this out when they scribbled this when they when the computer scrabbled this up.
Man,
it's hard here.
All right, so I love Big Trouble in Little China, and it makes my fiance mad because she's like, "Why do you like that? It is a dog shit movie," and it is. It is horrible, but it is horrible for all the best reasons in the world. But The Lost Boys, man, that movie is literally just a fucked up Peter Pan. Like, when you think about it, that is just a real fucked up Peter Pan movie. Hence The Lost Boys, you know what I mean? Just young people who never grow up. Great cast of characters in that movie. Corey Haim has never been gayer.
You're right. Yeah, no shit,
like,
right?
He's a little bitch, right? Like, I mean, nothing against
him. Hands down.
He's a pussy in that movie. You know what I mean? Like, singing in his bathtub and fucking crying and shit. Like, man, he annoys the shit out of me.
Oh, rest his soul, man. God rest his soul. I miss him, man. I miss him as an actor.
Those were some good Corey and Corey movies back in the 80s. You know what, man? Shit. I'm gonna go with The Lost Boys here. I think I'm gonna go against myself because I put Big Trouble in Little China on my list.
That's right, sir.
That was my pick. But I'm gonna go against my pick. I'm gonna say The Lost Boys is better than Big Trouble in Little China.
You know what? And like I said, it's kind of cool where I have this on the computer and it mixes the movies up.
Mm-hmm.
And who would have thought it would have been with The Lost Boys? Because when I first when I printed it out, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be kind of hard. But man, it's so crazy what damn computers can do. But yeah, I have to agree with you, man. Lost Boys is just one of our movies again. One of those one of those movies, man, that just I don't give a fuck. It beats all vampire movies. Fuck Twilight. Fuck all those movies. All those gay fucking movies. No hate with them, but fuck. Twilight wasn't a fucking vampire movie. Lost Boys was a lost movie, everybody. That's what they're supposed to fucking be. Not fucking six-packed and all fucking perfect and slick and built. No, fuck all that gay shit. Lost Boys where it's at, everybody. Where it's at. Hands down, Lost Boys all the way. 100% agree. Now it's gonna be pretty good. The next one here is gonna be The Tremors with Kevin Bacon, the first one, and it'll be The Thing.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. I fucking hate the computer. Fuck computer.
I love John Carpenter movies. Did Halloween, did The Thing, of course. I think Carpenter does some really, really cool shit.
Now, question before you answer this question. Did you like The Storm of the Century?
It was okay. Wasn't great.
Really?
It was all right. It wasn't great. It was not like, oh look, I have to watch this again. Like if I ever watch it again, it's whatever. You know what I mean?
To me, I wish it shouldn't be that fucking long. if they break it down to less than 20 fucking hours of the movie, to a regular an hour and a half movie, I think it would have been great. We didn't have to fucking see the sensory of the fucking storm coming. Like Santa Claus is coming to town, the whole fucking storm is coming, and it didn't have to be all that. But it's a good movie. Just I wish it wasn't so fucking long, like Titanic. To make it to a damn point where he wanted a child and going through all that shit with The Rock and I get it, but back then, but just if they would have shrunk in that timeline, that it would have been a better movie. But yeah, I just had to get your because because he made that movie as well. Trippy movie.
Yeah.
I can't I can't imagine being in that situation as well though.
Yeah.
Scary fucking point of the movie. But The Thing and Tremors, man. Crazy shit.
I think I'm gonna go with The Thing. The reason I'm gonna go with The Thing is because of the ending of it. When you have Kurt Russell and dude sitting there, everything's, if you've not seen it, spoiler alert, but everything's blown up. They're waiting out there, and they literally are going to die. You know what I mean? And the whole movie's built on paranoia. This, are you it? Are you it? Is it me? Is it them? Is it him? Like, where is this thing at? You know what I mean?
Right.
And me, I like a movie like that, you know?
Yes, awesome.
Tremors is fucking hilarious. John Gross, the dad from Family Ties.
Right.
He plays the funniest fucking dude.
Yes, he does.
And I remember watching it, and I'm like, there's no way this is the dad from Family Ties. But I'm like, no, that is the dad.
No shit, right?
Michael Gross, that's his name. Michael Gross, not Jonathan Gross. Michael Gross.
Right.
Fuck, you know what? I think I'm gonna change my mind. Like I like The Thing. It is really, really a good movie. It's actually a remake, not a remake, but another movie was called The Thing from like 1958 or 59. So it's a continuation of the story. But I'm gonna have to go with Tremors. I think it's funnier. I think that Michael Gross makes that movie. Like, fuck Kevin Bacon. It could have been anybody in that movie, and then like these big ass monster worms come from under the ground and attack you and kill you. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Tremors. Like, man, and that kicks me in the nuts because I love good scary movies, and I love good scary movies that like have a deeper a deeper theme to them. That's not just like, oh, look, a slasher movie that's gonna, like, Jason's coming out to get you.
Right.
Like Get Out and Us are like two of the best movies I've ever seen. Jordan Peele does great with those, and they make you think. And The Thing is a thinker of a movie too. But I think if we're just looking at fun, action-y type movies, I think Tremors is gonna have to be it too. I think I'm gonna go with that one, man.
Yeah, you know what,
Mario, man? What the hell, man? Like,
hey, bro, it's not my fault, bro. It's a computer, man. Don't get crazy, dog.
Fucking go against what I would think, man.
Yeah, dude. I hate fucking technology. But yeah, you know what? I have to agree, man. Just, excuse me.
Yep.
Man, just what shit of just the Tremors, just what it was before CGI, bro. Like, what movies supposed to fucking look like real. Work on that technology, like Jurassic Park of the T-Rex. Like, man, like CGI just fucks up everything now, bro. It fucking really does.
I think that like if you look at even like The Walking Dead, that movie, that show, a lot of the effects are practical, meaning they made them by hand. And I think that's one of the things that's really, really sets apart a movie from, CGI. CGI is great. It makes it look cool. I mean, we wouldn't have had Princess Leia in Rogue One, or
really amazing,
or in Episode 8 with The Last Jedi.
Or let me back up for a second too. Paul Walker as well.
Yeah, exactly. Or even The Mandalorian, like the new Mandalorian that came out. All that, a lot of CGI looks great. But I think for stuff like that, for a horror movie, when you look at something up close, when you look at the way that they do a kill, I think that you want to see that practical effect. I think it brings you closer into the film, and I think it makes you like get a little more scared. Like if you ever watch some of the old, like you and me grew up on this shit, but that's some of my fiance, we talk about it when we watch scary movies. If you ever look at the old Friday the 13th, that Sam Raimi, not Sam Raimi, but God damn it, what's his name? It wasn't Raimi. No, the effects. Tom Savini.
Okay, Tom
Savini. He did the effects on Dawn of the Dead. He did the effects on the original Friday the 13th.
No shit, the first one, huh?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then he came back and did it on the fourth part.
Awesome with Johnny Depp.
Yeah. So if you look at those effects, it looks dated, but it's also more real. Like when you can see, like Kevin Bacon dies in Friday the 13th Part 1. when you can see the arrow coming through his neck and getting twisted.
Wait, hold on. I'm back to fuck up here. You said Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, Kevin Bacon is in the original Friday the 13th.
No fucking shit.
Yep, go watch Friday the 13th Part 1.
Fuck me sideways and call me Shirley.
Excuse me,
cut my legs and call me Shirley, son of a bitch. Holy shit.
Killed. Yep, he gets killed smoking a joint.